here. Thank you, Rosa, because if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be here, so thank you so much. So I know exactly where you guys are. I did it. I got my esthetician license years ago, and then I opened up my first salon, which was a lash studio in Granada Hills. And then now I'm opening up a larger salon, which is it's called Omnia PMU Studio and Academy. So it's all permanent makeup, more advanced services. So we have the 2 locations, Granada Hills and Northridge. And that's it. So in a little bit, I'm gonna get into the lash lift and brow lamination. Those are 2 services that you guys can offer super easy to your customers right away. It's low maintenance, low cost for you guys. So I felt like that, like of all the things that we teach, these are the 2 services that I can kind of demonstrate to you today, and you can gain a lot from that. So that's what I chose to do today. Other than that, I'll show you guys a quick video, and I do want Vanessa to introduce herself to you guys.
So I'm Vanessa. I've never been to beauty school, so I don't have that knowledge, but I am very knowledgeable when it comes to the beauty services because I have been working for Maria about 3 years now. So when I first started, I started as a receptionist, so I kind of had to know everything about it because, you know, clients would ask me like, oh, what do you recommend, or what is this, or what is that? So I had to know the services like the back of my hand so that I could be able to answer those questions. So I'm no longer her receptionist, I'm now her personal assistant, but I also work as a permanent makeup artist on the side. So I did have the opportunity to learn how to microblade from Maria. I did take her class, which is that one big flyer that I gave you. If you are ever interested in it, I do recommend it. You don't need your beauty license for that, you just need a body practitioner license from LA County, as well as your bloodborne pathogen. But other than that, that's it.
Yes. And she helps me teach the classes as well. So we're like the dynamic duo. We go everywhere together. I'm just going to touch on the bullet points. We're going to be talking about the lamination and lash lift and what it is, okay? Okay, so why do we love lash lifts and brow lamination? On the artist's point of view, the reason we love it is because it's fast and easy to master. We learn it really quickly. It's a fast service time, meaning it takes you from 30 minutes to 1 hour to complete. It's low supply cost, very cheap to buy products for lamination and lash lifts. It's easy on the body. So I did eyelash extensions for many years. And if any of you go do lashes, you know how hard it is on your body. You have to be hunched over. You have to hold that position for like 3 hours at a time sometimes. For those of you here who will do hair, you know how hard it is on the body to be standing on your feet the entire time. So the reason why lash lift and brow lamination, for me personally, body-wise, I love it because it's not hard on my body. You get to do put the lashes on the rod, and then you put the first solution, let it process for about 10 minutes, and then you get to move around. You can stretch, you can go to the restroom, you can text your people back. So that's one of the reasons I love doing these kinds of services. Another thing is the beautiful before and after. So this is the kind of service that you get immediate results, and you can get amazing content for Instagram. You guys know nowadays Instagram and putting everything on social media is so important. So these kind of before and afters are just beautiful all the time. Clients' reactions are always amazing for lash lift and brow lamination, and I have a theory. So whenever we do eyelash extensions, people look at it when they get up, they love it. But when you do a lash lift on somebody, for some reason, the reaction is a little different. It's a little bit more like, I don't know what the word is. It's a little bit more heartfelt because it's their own hair, and they can't believe that their own lashes look like this. They've never looked like this before. So the reaction that we get from lash lift and brow lamination is like no other reaction. I've always noticed that. And then finally, returning clientele. So in business, you have different business models. There is, for example, the car sales, right? You buy the car, you drive off, you're done for years. You never come back to buy another car for a couple of years. But in this kind of industry, the beauty industry is a returning clientele business. So when we do a lash lift or brow lamination, they have to come back in about 2 months to do it again. So for that reason, it's like promised money every 2 months. So that's another reason why, as an artist, I love doing these services. Now, on the client's point of view, the reason they love it is because the natural results, the low cost. It costs between $99 to, sorry, from $50 to $150. It's low maintenance. They only have to come back every 2 months, like I said. So it's not like eyelash extensions where they have to keep coming back every 2 to 3 weeks. They can push this out for 2 months. It saves time getting ready in the morning. Whenever you have your lashes lifted, you just put a little bit of mascara. If your brows are laminated and lifted and perfectly groomed, then you just do less makeup. So it saves you time in the morning. And immediate results is another reason they love it. And then the aftercare products that we sell and that we give them, it's just like a bonus for them. Okay, do you guys have any questions so far on why we love brow lamination and lash lifts? Okay, let's talk about the product. It sucks that I can't show you guys this, but it's the Eyelash. Talk about the product for brow lamination. So I like to use 2 different products. Technically, the same product that you use for lash lift is the same product for brow lamination, right? But I like to use a different company for brow lamination because of the pH level. It's a little bit lower, and I'm not gonna risk over processing the eyebrow hair. So for that reason, I like to use, it's called Beautiful Brows and Lashes. It's also a worldwide company. It's very highly reputable, high quality. I love this brand. Super affordable. This one's actually cheaper than the other one. This one's, I believe, $35 for the packets versus the other one's $45. Effective, fast acting, great price point.
If you want to open it, I got it.
Okay, great.
Oh, really? So that was the Eyelash product in case you guys couldn't see it. This is a product that I like to use for lash lift.
And can I ask a question?
Yeah, for sure.
And with this product, how many clients can you say approximately that you can do if you were to buy this?
That's a really good question. So each little packet, you have to apply both on one client. Solution 1, solution number 2. On each packet, you can use up to 3 clients. And whenever you buy them, it comes in a pack of 10, so 30 clients.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. For like $45, that's a steal. When you're gonna charge $100 to $150, it's a steal. It's such a good profit. Okay, and then in case you guys want to get a picture of the next one, this is the one that I like to use for the brow lamination. Beautiful lashes and brows. I don't think I mentioned it at the beginning, you guys, but this is a quick little workshop. I actually did this yesterday for my students at my school, at my academy. And these are students who already took our online class, okay? So the online class is like a more in detail, step-by-step process of what all of these products are, how to do it exactly step-by-step. So in case you guys are interested in buying the actual course so that you know more in detail, we do have the coupon that we handed to you guys. It's $100 off the online course. I believe the online course is around $300, so you get it for $100 off. It's gonna give you more information than just what I'm doing today.
Is there an expiration date for that?
No. All right, so another product that I like to use is also by the brand Beautiful Lashes and Brows, only this is the tint that I like to use. So this tint is great for the eyelashes and for the eyebrows. The tint lasts on the hair for up to 7 weeks. And it lasts on the skin for about 7 days. That's kind of the only downfall with this stuff is that because of our skin, you know, it's a live tissue. It's a live organism, so it's always shedding, it's exfoliating itself. We have oil, we have sebum. So because of that, it eats up the color. So it only stays on the skin for 7 days, but it does stay on the hair a lot longer. So this is the pigment line. It's the same company called Beautiful Lashes and Brows. Or Beautiful Brows and Lashes, one or the other. Super affordable. I love the price of this thing, and I love that it comes with so many different color options. You guys see like the very caramel, light brown, all the way to the darkest, and I believe there's even more colors than these. This is just what was on the picture, but this is a great product that I really recommend.
Where can you get them at?
On their website,
Oh, okay.
beautifulbrowsandlashes.com. Yeah. Now, this is another product that I wanted to mention to you. So this is a product that we actually designed and created. It's called the Brow and Lash Botox. It does not flatten your forehead, unfortunately. It's not actually Botox, but we just thought the name was super cute. It's actually infused with aloe, chamomile, hyaluronic acid, a couple different products. So as you guys know, you guys are Cosmos, right? Like whenever you process hair, like if we're ever gonna dye our hair blonde, it gets processed, it gets brittle, it gets, coarse. Same thing is gonna happen with your eyelashes, your natural lashes and your eyebrows whenever you do a lash lift or brow lamination. Because these chemicals are essentially like perming solutions. So it is going to not damage, but it is going to alter the texture of your hair. Let's be honest. Anyone out there saying like, oh, these things don't affect your hair is basically BSing. Because the reality, when you bleach your hair, it is gonna damage your hair a little bit, but what do? You condition it, you nurture it, and so you keep treating it and taking care of it. So for that reason, we created this product. Totally recommended for all of my clients. Whenever you wanna sell a product to your clients, you wanna actually demonstrate it and you wanna apply it to them. So I like putting it on at the end of the service, on the eyebrows and the eyelashes, and then I tell them how much it is, $12. For those of you who are interested in purchasing wholesale, it's actually 50% off. So it's $6, and then you get to resell it to your customer for $12 and make a profit, yes.
What's your minimum?
10.
Get that 10.
You have to buy 10 of these. It's not bad. No.
Mind if I- No, some
Yeah, of
people-
course.
some
Yeah, you
people
guys
are
can share this and then pump a little bit so you can rub it on your hand.
Is this a good product to use after microblading as well?
Not this one.
Okay.
This is specifically for the hair. For microblading, we like to do a dry healing.
Excuse me,
Yeah.
you talk about we alter the texture of the hair. So, I imagine that components of this doesn't affect any of the what you did in the.
Like the results that I created, no, it doesn't. Because it's just like natural products. It's like an aloe jelly. It
Okay.
doesn't affect the lash lift or brow lamination. And I recommend my clients to use it twice a day, morning and night.
And you can do it right away after this.
Right away. You'll see me today. I'm going to use it.
You only have to leave it on for about 3-5 minutes and then you just wipe it off.
Yeah. Or you can let it dry too. I actually have been drying it lately. It's really good. Yeah.
Real quick? Sorry, this slide.
Oh yeah.
It's really good. It's not sticky or anything.
It's not. That's what I
It
was.
dries really fast.
We just let it kind of sit, or you can wipe it in case you don't want that
Thank you.
to stay on there. Yeah, you guys can keep passing it along. So this is on our website. You guys can purchase this stuff on our website. We have a lot of other products, but today we're gonna focus on this one. But yeah, visit our site and you will see everything else that we offer. Does anybody else need to stay on this slide? Okay. Now let's get into Lash Lift 411. I'm gonna give you a quick overview of a lash lift. So it's a hair perm, like I mentioned, and it needs hydrating aftercare. It's like you cannot dye someone's hair blonde and not recommend them aftercare. It's the same process here. You have to recommend them in aftercare. So this product could be one thing. Another thing can just be like natural oils, castor oil, coconut oil, something like that. A lash lift lasts up to 8 weeks, which is about 2 months. It does make your eyes look bigger, more awake because your eyelashes are lifted. You don't need a lash curler anymore, which, eyelash curlers can be very damaging to the lashes. They could break. You do have to know that you're gonna see new hair growth in 4 weeks. So this is a question I get asked a lot. People wonder, well, when my lashes go straight again, is it because the lash lift results kind of went away and they go down, or is it new hair coming in? The answer is it's new hair coming in. So your new eyelashes are going to grow in back to their natural form, which is straight. So at around 4 weeks, you're gonna have some curly lashes and some straight lashes. However, they should not come back until 6 to 8 weeks for another lift. You wanna give them time to breathe, time to continue to grow. And then you can add tint for more dramatic results, like I said, and for a higher profit. Do you guys have any questions on the lift right there?
Does it ever damage your lashes? If you do it regularly, do your eyelashes fall out?
Yeah, it's just like when we, dye our hair blonde. If you keep doing it over and over again without leaving enough space in between, it will eventually continue to damage your hair. But once we have new eyelashes, so it's almost like if we get to start fresh every 2 months. So it alters the quality of the lashes, and then you get new ones. Yeah.
Because it's not damaging the root, so no new hair growth is going to be damaged. It's just what's already been tinted or lifted.
Exactly. The only thing I like to mention here is if you guys look, let me come over here. If you guys cannot probably see it here, sorry. But right at the very lash line at the bottom, there's going to be little babies growing out, right? So those little babies in that stage of growth, when I apply the solution here for the lifting, the tips of those babies are going to be processed. So when those babies grow up to be adults, the tips are going to be fragile and what's the word? Kind of like fried looking.
I was gonna say crispy, but
Crispy.
yeah, that works too.
Or brittle?
Brittle,
Yeah,
yeah. Yeah, and it's exactly for this reason, because we processed them when they were babies. So when they grow out, they have that little crispy effect look. So the solution there is to do another lift and reprocess the tips for them to be curved and pretty again versus kind of brittle. Yeah. And then just so you guys know, there is also a possibility of doing a reversal. Let's say you accidentally curl too much, or let's say the client just doesn't like it anymore and she wants to go back to straight lashes, which no one wants that, but let's just say, you actually can do the same thing, use the same formula, except no rods. So you just apply the solutions, straighten it with a little spoolie, remove the solution, and her lashes are back to being straight. So there's a reversal mechanism here.
Oh, so you wouldn't have to like slick it like how you have it right there. You just
Right.
do it, like, okay.
Yeah, you just use the solution, no rods. Common issues with lash lifts. Number one, dirty lashes. If you ever attempt to do a lash lift on someone with dirty lashes, whether it's a little bit of makeup residue, a little bit of oil, moisturizer, the solutions are not gonna take because there's a barrier there. So dirty lashes is number one issue. Not enough curl. If you don't choose the correct rod size, then your lashes are not gonna get curled enough. Processing time. Another issue is if you process it too long, then you can essentially fry her eyelashes off, just like we can fry hair off, right? Same thing. So you have to be very careful with processing time. And then too curly. If you choose a rod size too small, you can over curl them accidentally. So choosing the correct rod size is super important. Something that I'm gonna review today briefly, but these are the kind of things that, again, if you take the online course, you'll be able to more in detail learn, like what is the correct processing time for each hair type? What is the correct rod size for each length of eyelashes? There's so many things that go into place here, but I'm gonna cover a couple things today. Is there any questions there with the lash lift common issues? Okay, let's move on to brow lamination information now. Very similar because again, we're using the same products, almost the same molecule. So hair pattern, it's a hair perm again, and needs to be hydrated for aftercare. Needs to, guaranteed. It'll last about 8 weeks as well. In about 4 weeks, you're gonna notice new hair growth. So you'll see a little bit of the hair growing in straight, whereas straight or downwards, whereas your laminated hair is gonna be standing upwards. It does make your brows look fuller. If you guys see there in the picture, you see how like fluffy her eyebrows look. That's the power of lamination, is that it stretches your hair upwards, so it makes it look fuller. And you can add tint for a more dramatic result and a higher profit. Now, this model here, this client actually is my microblading client. I love doing brow lamination on microblading clients once they're healed. Once their brows are healed after microblading, you have to wait 6 weeks, then you can offer lamination. Like those two services combined is like gold. It's so pretty. So this is an example of how that looks.
Can you repeat that again? Sorry, what did you say? The two services?
Two services, it's microblading and brow lamination. You just have to wait 6 weeks.
In between.
Yeah, in between.
I have a question. When we do a perm or we do a relaxer on hair, in between we do like an elasticity test to check to see when is too much time to leave the product on.
Uh-huh.
With lamination or lash lifts, how do you test to say, oh, this is enough, or I still need more time?
I know that the way that you can stretch hair is the same thing. You grab a tweezer and you can stretch the eyelash.
Is that what you do?
That's something that I would do if, let's say, I have an issue where she gets up and we didn't curl enough and she wants to do it again. Then I'll test how fragile her lashes are at the current moment, And if they are kind of stretchy like that, it tells me that it's kind of already all I can give it. So that's a great question, because it does happen sometimes where, like, for whatever reason the lashes didn't curl long enough. What I do is I check to see the quality of the lashes, if they are still in good condition and strong. If the answer is yes, they're still strong, then I'll go ahead and relift it there in the moment. If not, I will wait at least 24 hours for the cuticle to close. Yeah, you're welcome. Another thing, you guys can also apply eyelash extensions on lash lifts. I don't know if you guys knew that. But let's say you have really straight lashes and you want to get eyelash extensions, but your lashes are so straight that it makes your eyes look droopy when you wear extensions. I don't know if any of you guys know this problem. I do, because I have straight lashes and I love wearing extensions. But because my lashes are so straight, it makes them droop. So the solution is to get a lash lift and then apply your extensions on top. You just have to wait 24 hours.
I'm saying, don't you have to wait a certain time though?
24 hours.
Product.
Just for the cuticle to close. Almost done, you guys. All right, so common issues with brow lamination, very similar to lash lifts. Dirty eyebrows. Again, if your brows are dirty, if there's anything on them, then the product is not gonna take. I like to clean the eyebrows with toner. This is a witch hazel, I mean. That's how I like to clean the brows. Hairs that do not flatten fully. Okay, so whenever you do a lamination and for whatever reason the hair is too coarse and it does not flatten all the way, you're gonna have to reapply some of the solution, just like we said with the lash lift. Another common issue is the over processing. So when you leave the solution on too long, the hair gets really brittle. So you want to be careful with the processing times. And then the tint on the skin does not stay very long. Like I mentioned, only about 7 days. That's the common complaint about customers that get lamination and tints. They say that it doesn't stay on long enough, and that's because of our oils. There's not much we can do about that. That's when I recommend microblading and shading. And then offer tinting retouch. What you can do in that case is, for example, if you have a customer who does not want to get microblading, maybe you don't offer microblading, but you want to keep her as a returning client, you can offer her a tint retouch at half the cost. Kind of like a lash fill at half the cost. You can also offer a tinting at half the cost 1 week later or every 2 weeks. Just like a little business idea there.
I have a question.
Yeah? Oh, okay. I'm glad you asked. It's generally recommended that you do the tweezing and waxing after the lamination.
Oh.
Yeah, if you do it before, then I would say at least wait like 48 hours, 2 days.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you said microblading and shading. Are those the same thing, or are they two different things? Or?
Different things. Microblading is hair strokes, just tattooing little lines to mimic hair strokes. Shading is thousands of micro dots that look like shaded, like powder. So microblading, one thing natural. Shading is more dense and fuller. Our classes teaches both. That's what we do.
Approximately how much could you charge for microblading?
We charge to begin $495 for microblading. If you want to add shading, it's $100 more, so $595.
Wait, really?
Yeah. And then, what else? You come back for a touch-up in 6 weeks, $200 for touch-up, or $250 if you want to add shading. Yeah, I mean, you guys, I know how it is, right? We want to make money, and we want to make sure that the time that we're using, we're going to make the most out of our buck. So of all the beauty services that we offer, because we do facials, we do eyelash extensions, brow lamination, lash lifts, and microblading, all other PMU services, hands down, permanent makeup is what's going to give you the more money on the dot, like in the spot. However, you guys need to know that it is like a lifelong journey to master it. You know, it's not, you're not just going to take a class one day and then become a master. You have to be fully devoted to it, practice it to be able to get really, really good at it. Because it's not a game. It's not like, well, hair's pretty serious too. You mess up someone's hair, that's pretty bad. But you're tattooing on somebody's face. Permanently. Well, semi-permanently. That doesn't mean that you can't learn it. People can be great at this, but just it is like more advanced.
So if you, let's say for example, you get a cosmetologist and you have a microblading and lip blush license, would you be able to do the both things, like hair and that in one salon?
As
Because
long
you
as
have
you
to-
have doors, you can.
So if
So
you have like areas separating, let's say for example, let's say this area would be for hair, and then that little area over there would be, let's say for the lip blush and then that would be okay?
yeah, as long as there's like some kind of barrier door kind of thing, the health department is gonna come in and they'll do your inspection. And they'll make sure that you have a sink in there, you have a sharps container, it's completely separated from all your hair products. They just don't want them to commingle. Same thing with State Board. I know that they're very much like they don't want that stuff to be cross-contaminated because we're dealing with blood
Yeah.
when it comes to PMU. But yeah, it's possible to have it both in one as long as there's walls.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what we did for a long time at our salon until we opened our second salon.
On the previous slide, you said that one of the issues was flattening. Are you talking about the lashes?
Oh, I was talking about the eyebrows. So
What do you mean by that?
with brow lamination, the process of it is, okay, so when you do a lash lift, the goal is to curl, right? Brow lamination, the goal is to flatten. So when we flatten the eyebrows, 4 weeks later, some of the eyebrows will not be flattened anymore because those are the new ones growing in at the regular state. That's what I meant by like some will be flat, some won't, or maybe even that you didn't flatten them enough. Yeah. All right, I'm just gonna cover one last thing here on marketing, you guys. I'm a huge marketing person. I have a business nature in me, so I'll share some of these things with you guys. For you guys to get more models, you will need to reach out to your friends and family. You have to reach out to your friends and family, and I recommend that you do it for free, and I recommend that you ask for an exchange. You can ask for an exchange of letting you film them completely, get beautiful content. And I would also ask them for a review on Yelp or Google because reviews are what's gonna help you get new clientele. On Instagram, I totally recommend you guys post. Obviously, it's very common, but make sure that you edit all of your work. Don't post anything without fixing the lighting, without fixing the skin, the blemishes. It sounds like very basic information, but you guys, I've seen so many accounts where they don't edit all of these things and it just does not look clean. It doesn't make me want to go to that person because I just feel like it doesn't look perfect and clean and bright and pretty. You know what I mean? All of these things do matter. So my two favorite editing apps is going to be Lightroom, which is great for editing lighting. Okay, let's say you happen to catch a shadow in your pictures or whatever, like you didn't have the best lighting. Lightroom is great for that. And then Airbrush. Airbrush is my go-to app for editing all of the blemishes, evening out the skin tone, removing the under circles on the eyes, contouring. You can even contour the nose and the cheeks. You can do so many things on Airbrush. That's my favorite one. And then boost your posts. I don't know if you guys know about boosting and ads on Instagram, but I totally recommend it. Like, you guys always have to think whenever you're doing a beauty service and you get your income, you have to allocate some of that money towards product, some of that towards your overhead, like your expenses, your rent, some of that towards marketing. Don't forget marketing and ads. Even if it's $25 a month, even if it's $50 a month, but marketing is super important because that's how you're gonna get new business. So Instagram ads, I totally recommend. I would suggest you guys have a giveaway. Giveaways are a great way to get new clientele, people interested. Offer promotions all the time. At the salon, we have this thing where we offer monthly promotions every month. They change. One month can be $10 off Lash Lift, the next month can be $25 off Lash Lift. So every month offer something new. Network with non-competitors. So I think a lot of you guys here are hairstylists, right? So if you don't do nails, maybe if you don't do microblading, then go and network with somebody who does other services so you guys can cross-reference each other. Reach out to a small-time local influencer. Somebody with not that many followers. Don't go to like, I don't know if you guys follow this person. I love Sarai. She's like one of my role models, but she has millions of followers. So nothing like that big, but like maybe a small-time influencer has 3,000 followers, somebody local in your area.
Why not somebody big? Why not?
They would be more picky and they're probably gonna charge you. They charge to shout you out. I think you have to pay them. Okay. So like as a beginner, I definitely recommend it's better to like make local connections with small time people and then get big eventually. And finally, just brand yourself well. So branding comes to your marketing material. If you guys look at all of these things, speaking of marketing material, so yeah, it's the way that you brand yourself, your colors on your business cards, on your Instagram, even your image, the way you look, the way you dress. This is my brand. I always look put together because it is my brand. So those are my marketing tips for you guys. And I hope you guys enjoyed the presentation.